Obviously not the way that you wanted this to happen, but your team was kind of forced into learning how to play, or continuing to learn how to play without Paige. How do you think they did that, and what else are you looking for them to learn?
Yeah, somebody asked me whether there was going to be a learning curve. Except for the freshmen, these guys have played without people their whole career here. So they take it as in stride. So there was no looking around. There was no, in practice, hesitancy or apprehension or, let's look to Paige and where is she? We've been through this so many times. And probably knowing that she'll be back soon, maybe made it a lot easier, I want them to learn to trust themselves, trust each other. Obviously they know if we have any chance to do something great this year, Paige has to be a part of it. But that doesn't mean that they should pass up opportunities to get better. And I thought they took advantage of that today.
Did the absence of Paige tonight have any impact on you guys mentally, just kind of knowing you had to be more aggressive to make up for some of that volume?
I think for sure. I think just knowing that she's out, everyone knew that we're missing everything that she brings. So everyone had to step up and bring a little bit more than they usually do, which, it sucks that she's down and it sucks that we've been saying this, but it held us kind of more accountable to do that tonight.
What was Paige like on the bench? You guys concerned at all about her getting teed up at any point?
That's a CD issue. CD has to, tell her to calm down, but you can't tell Paige to calm down. She's everyone's biggest cheerleader, biggest fan, biggest supporter, so there's no telling her to calm down. There's none of that.
When you're able to extend, give the bench extended minutes, what are the things you look for when you look at, say, like an Allie, who's trying to find a way to get into the rotation and get more play time? What are the kind of things you look for, when that game's decided and, they still have to put out the 100% effort that you want?
Yeah. I would say, realistically, if you have 10, 11, 12 players on your team, can you play your way into the rotation? Sometimes you've been there all of October, all of November, all of December, and if you're not in the rotation, do you really have an opportunity to play your way into the rotation? What are you going to do? I always say to people, you can't come out here and think you're going to shoot your way into the rotation in September, October, November. You're going to have to do some other things because we have a lot of guys that can score, generally speaking. So we're missing a player today, and that gives an opportunity to someone else. Now you take advantage of that opportunity and you do what you're good at. And does that get you more playing time? Maybe. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't push you further back. I do think that having depth is, in and of itself, that's a good thing, I guess. Having quality is a great thing. Having trustworthy players that's the ultimate. That it's like the old Steve Kerr thing, right? Just sit there and watch until I go, hey, and then come in and bury a couple without ever touching the ball, and then go back to your spot and wait for me. To have someone who you can trust, who you know that the minute you call on them, they're going to give you exactly what you want. And that's every coach's dream, to have a number of those players, and that they're mature enough to say, Well, the way I will get a lot more minutes is if one of the other guys in front of me gets hurt or plays lousy. And if you're a kid who cares, you're not going to wish on either of those two things. So you just are ready, I'll be ready when you call me coach. And that's, man, I can't even put into words how much that means, to me as a coach.